Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take the resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It is a good idea to have it in the cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take the resonance to the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so, okay? Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or you know, to come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified, okay? Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for your support, your kindness. May you utilize these messages for your highest good. The only intentions is for you to be intrigued, to find a spark within yourself that will pivot you in the direction that is best for you in your own divine timing. Okay? One second. Okay. All right, let's begin. All right, what is the message? What's one or two cards? What is the message? What do we need to lead with for this reading for the highest good of the collective? Okay. All right, God the Redeemer. We have the Queen of Cups, Phaela, God the Redeemer. Okay. And so the Queen of Cups energy here, this is representing redemption. And so you are being redeemed. You are receiving justice. You could be in the energy of receiving some kind of answers from some kind of entity, some kind of authority figure. This could be a court system, some kind of litigation procedure. This could be also information coming from your employment. So this could be coming from a court proceeding, confirmation with the horn in the background, or some information from your job, or maybe you applied for something and you are receiving approval. And you could be feeling like, well, it's been a long time coming. You know, you could be feeling like you've been through a lot. You've been waiting a long time to see some kind of improvement when it comes to your life, when it comes to receiving justice, when it comes to receiving fair results. Okay. I'm getting the energy of someone who works very hard. You know, you're not perfect. No one is perfect, but you work very hard to maintain your lifestyle, to take care of your family, to make sure that you're doing your best. And I'm also picking up, maybe you have been part of some situations in your life personally that you feel that just weren't fair to you for one reason or another. But with the Redeemer here, you know, redemption here, this is your season. You know, this is your time to receive your just due, to receive your fair share. Your spirit team is saying your fair share. It's time for balance to be restored. And so the moment or moments or events that you have experienced that you thought were unfair, your spirit team is saying for you not to internalize that as if you were being punished or ignored. Do not forget, no matter who we are, where we come from, what our tax bracket looks like, we will always experience some form of lesson to be learned, some kind of growth spurt. To not internalize resistance or temporary silence as if you are being punished. They're saying that you are loved and you are supported. And moving forward, they want you to be aware of this. So you are being redeemed. Can we have another energy? Thank you, Spirit. So you are being redeemed. You are receiving justice. You are receiving fairness, you know, in any situation. Maybe this is something within the family. Maybe you feel there's favoritism that has been taking place. Maybe within your family or your immediate family, okay? This could be something between siblings. Maybe there's a lot of competition or competitive energy in your family. I was about to say lineage, but in your family, okay? Maybe this is something you have been fighting with for a long time, and maybe I'm picking up on the energy of someone having disputes or disagreements with their sibling, and maybe when you try to explain yourself, you receive, no one wants to listen to you. You feel like you're not being heard, but that energy is dissipating as well. And Spirit is saying, keep in mind, doesn't matter whether it's a family or friend, your woman or your man, anytime you receive any resistance from someone repetitively, meaning you're constantly receiving some kind of pushback, that is a spiritual nudge. That's not punishment. It does not mean you're not loved. It does not mean, that you're not protected. It just means it's a nudge. You're being tapped on the shoulder by your spirit team. You're being tapped on the shoulder by sources saying, hey, this is someone who is showing you resistance. Therefore, this is someone that maybe you should keep it short with them. Maybe, not engage so much. If this person is showing you they're not interested, don't try to intrigue a conversation or overextend yourselves into this person's life. Okay. And so the next card we have here is, okay, the preventing God, the Page of Wands, okay? Irithel, okay? Propagation of light, confounds the wicked and slanders, okay? Saves from enemies. So you're being protected. You're receiving double confirmation. Not only are you receiving justice and fairness that is due to you, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll love this vibe. I thank you kindly. All contributions are highly appreciated. But you are receiving fairness and justice. But not only that, they're letting you know that you are protected. And so there could be something that has been worrying you, maybe making you lose sleep. Maybe you've been pushing through, doing your day to day, getting up, taking care of your home, taking care of your children, your family, your spouse, going to work. You're doing what needs to be done. But I'm picking up on someone who has been pushing themselves where, in many days you wake up, maybe you didn't feel your best, you didn't feel the greatest, but you have been pushing yourself, you have been persevering. And so that's the right energy, you didn't give up on yourself, but they're letting you know that you are protected. So whatever this is that you're worrying about, you feel anxiety or anxious about, this is something that you can surrender. You can surrender it in this moment. This reading is no coincidence. This is confirmation that it's okay to surrender those feelings and those emotions. And anxiety is something that you're self-inflicting upon yourself. You do not have to be anxious or nervous to be in that energy of anxiety. No, I'm not a licensed medical care physician, and no, this is not medical advice, okay, or diagnosis, okay? But metaphorically speaking, as I read this card and convey this spiritual message, they're saying that, feeling anxious is, it's you trying to control a moment in time that has not occurred yet. So they're saying you're feeling this anxiety, you're feeling nervous and anxious because you're too hyper focused on the future, and that moment has not even occurred yet. And so you need to surrender that. This is something that you are self-inflicting upon yourself. Be mindful of stinking thinking. Be mindful of being in the pity party or being sad and depressed. They want you to do things to uplift your mood, okay? Yes, it's been a long time coming. This is your season to reap your harvest. This is your season to receive your just due, which is positive. It's not a negative, okay? But this is something that is new for you as well. And so lots of balance as I'm trying to even out and I'm constantly fixing things around me. Lots of balance is being restored in your life. You're being prepared to embark on a new journey. And this is when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, how people treat you, your relationships, how to communicate effectively. I'm picking up. Maybe there was a problem where you weren't able to communicate effectively, meaning not just talk, but being able to communicate what you are requesting where the other person is able to receive and understand your request. So that's what I mean by when I say the ability to communicate effectively. So you could be receiving an enhancement when it comes to your communicative abilities. Okay, all right. In your love life, equal reciprocity. If you are, only take what resonates. If you are someone who has dealt with feeling like maybe your spouse weren't hearing you out, maybe you feel like the passion is gone in your relationship. They're saying also that will be restored as well. Okay, so you have a lot of great things to look forward to. But because this energy is new to you, they're bringing it up again. They want you to be mindful of mistakenly disregarding your blessing. They want you to be mindful of just because something does not look the way you want it to look. They don't want you to resist, with the Seven of Wands here. They don't want you to be in the energy of resistance to the point of you miss out on your opportunity or you miss the boat. Okay. Um, because this is new, you will be learning new experiences. You will be given access to a new flair. I'm hearing a new flair of people, a different kind of vibe, a different kind of tribe. If you're someone who has not had people whom were supportive of you in your past, well, moving forward in this season, you will have new associates. You will be meeting new people, not to say that they are perfect, but they are different from what you are accustomed to. So if you were to meet someone, collective, whether you're dating them or this is just a new friend, associate, someone you meet at work, someone in your neighborhood, someone at church, someone anywhere, and they come off as being, very nice, very kind, very supportive. Don't receive it as if they are fake. They want you to make sure you're not battling with yourself. I might as well pull the Seven of Wands out with yourself or battling and resisting. Oh, wow. And resisting the wheel of fortune. They don't want the wheel of fortune upside down for you because it is actually in the upright, but they don't want it upside down for you. So they want you to be mindful. Be mindful, of having a negative mindset. Be prepared and willing to shift your opinions and your perception of life. Even though you've been through a lot of hardships for a long time, trust and believe. We are smaller worlds living within a bigger world. We all have our own simulation. We all have our own way of life, of existing. We all have our own experiences. So they want you to be reassured, they're saying, that there is plenty going on outside of the world that you thought you knew. Collective, they're telling me to repeat it. They want you to be reassured, collective, that there is plenty going on outside of the world that you thought you knew. So this is favors, blessings, opportunity, unexpected money, things going well at work. Like I said, maybe if you weren't being treated fairly at work in all of your relationships, you're going to recognize a slow but surely change, a shift. You may hear of someone maybe leaving a job, okay? Maybe someone retiring early who you feel didn't have much respect for you. You may also hear of someone relocating. Okay, I think no, I didn't mention that. Someone relocating. Okay, you may be like if you're searching to relocate to a new home, you may have been deciding to lease a property, but you may change your mind and choose to buy a property. And so unexpected surprises of prosperity will be here and there as you move forward, placed in your path. Okay. Maybe you are someone who has lived with a family relative or been in a roommate situation for a long time, and you've been desiring to have your own place, and that opportunity is being prepared for you. But they want you to make sure that you allow the old mindset to perish, allow it to dissipate so that this wheel of fortune does not, stay in an upside down position. They want it in the upright. Okay, so I'm going to turn it in the upright for you. Okay, because often we pray and we manifest things, but because it doesn't look the way we expect it to look, we assume it's not happening. And when all the time, it's already here. It's already here. Okay. And so you don't have to be uncertain or anxious. You can surrender that anxiety. Those days are over with for you. There's no need, to be in indecision. You know that it's time to take action, and you know the steps that are required in order for you to be successful, in order for you to be happy moving forward. You already know the answers. You're very wise. You're very smart. And you are very spiritually in tune as well. Okay. There is no such thing as no one knowing it all, and there is no such thing as anyone being perfect. But there's a lot of balance because the more I fix up stuff, I keep hearing balance, balance, balance being restored in your life. So, yeah, I'm picking up a lot of heaviness. You've done with some things, even possibly throughout your childhood. You've dealt with some situations that were very unfair, and but you tolerated, you persevered, and that's why you're here to hear this message that change is coming. So remain optimistic about your present as well as your future, no matter what it looks like out of your two eyes. Okay, Kevin Gates, you better know that you were special. Okay, check that song out. Okay, yes, I love all kind of music, you better believe it. Okay, so judgment is here. Okay, so judgment is being called to remind you that your blessings are here. It's a new day, a new dawn, and you're going to be feeling good. Okay, Nina Simone. Okay, so yes, I do a lot of channeling through music. Okay, all right. So yes, you can get excited. You can get excited. This energy feels very pleasant, very positive, and so many great things. And just because you can't see it, if you were to know everything ahead of time, life would not be what it is. So respect that there are spaces and places that the human eye is not able to see. And the divine knows what we need to see and what doesn't need to be revealed, and you have to get into the energy of respecting that. Okay. And so, you have been the fool in your life. You have been foolish, but those all were lessons to be learned. So don't kick yourself or be so hard on yourself as if you're a failure. You are not a failure. Everyone makes mistakes. It's part of growing. It's how you become wise. It's how you become smart. It's how people become successful. It's how to obtain happiness or fulfillment. It's going through to learn the lessons. So, yeah. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So new love, when it comes to your love life, new love is being established. You could be meeting someone new as well, and be easy on this person. I'm being told to keep reminding you to be easy because this new flare of people, friends or romantic or business partner, they're different from what you are accustomed to. So if a person, wants to compliment you or bring you flowers every time they see you, let them simply say thank you. And, make sure there's reciprocity in your relationship where there's equal give and take. Even if you're not giving them flowers in return, you can offer sweet and kind gestures to them in return in many different ways. So don't block the blessing. Do not, ruin or push away your favor, because what you've been praying for and hoping for, it is here. And they want you to know this. And so with the strength card here, you could have Leo placement somewhere in your chart. You've come a long ways and you've been very brave. And I just mentioned someone who has been dealing with some things even since they're a small child throughout their adulthood. And that's a long time, to have maybe people in the family, projecting favoritism or maybe ganging up against you or just not being supportive. You maybe even had a parental figure for some, not for all of you, who have had you in the energy of you wanting to go within with the hangman here. Go within and tap in and question yourself. You always knew that you were special, but you never knew what it was. You always knew that you had a divine purpose, but you didn't know exactly what it was. And I believe that's what kept you in survival mode. And that's why you're here to hear the confirmation of this message that you are special, you are chosen, and you are gifted. And you held on to that, even though you didn't know exactly what it was. Each event you went through that was tragic, sad, depressing, maybe someone was being handsy with you, maybe people were targeting you or ganging up on you, whether this was family, friends, people you dated, co-workers, neighbors, doesn't matter. You always knew that there was more than what meets the eye. You always knew that there was more going on behind the curtain. And because you held that near and dear to your heart, that's why you were able to persevere. I wouldn't be shocked if the Nine of Wands pops out. Okay, you're able to persevere, and you're here to hear this message today. Okay, it's a new day and a new dawn. Someone likes Nina Simone. I do too. Keeps coming up, and I'm feeling good. So you're feeling good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we have the page of pentacles here. This is someone very determined. Your nature and your energy is turning into determination, to have those new opportunities in your life, new favor, to be given new access to new people, places, and things. Maybe you've always wanted to travel. Well, that is being presented to you. If it's money, that is being presented to you. If it's new friends, that is being presented to you. If it's career opportunity, it's happening. If it's buying your first home, having a baby, it's happening, it's happening. Okay, and so it's different for everyone. So make sure you're remaining optimistic about your present as well as your future, okay? Because with the emperor here, this is someone who sits on the throne, and no one earns the right of passage, without going through some experience that made them who they are. In order to be a leader, to have leadership qualities, and I'm not talking about those who have the label of leadership, but they act in a different way, because I understand collective, and I'm pretty sure you do too, that sometimes people are placed in positions because of who they know. And those are the people who, when they are dealing on a daily, they're unable to remain in their decorum. They're unable to remain professional because they were placed in their position based off of someone that they know. It's not through the sweat, it's not through the tears. They did not earn their rite of passage, but you have earned yours. So they're also saying, make sure you're not having survivor's remorse. Make sure you're not feeling guilty. Make sure you're allowing those ties that need to be severed to leave them severed, and never return to the burn Laverne. We don't have enough shea butter or cocoa butter for that, but this is very beautiful for you. You're being redeemed. You're receiving justice, redemption, balance, okay, prosperity in many areas. So let no one or nothing steer you in a negative direction or make you feel as if you're not entitled or you don't belong, because you may have some people, because this new energy of you, these new experiences, even the people whom you no longer deal with, because I'm picking up that you've cut a lot of people off, okay, not one or two, but a lot of people, and you've cut them off because it was for your highest good. Okay, they were toxic. I'll just say that. Okay, and so you have chosen to love people from a distance and never return, because you can't change people, but you can control whether or not you are happy. Okay, and so the next card we have here is the marvelous God, Aloha, the Ten of Swords. Revelation, okay, protects from sadness and gives excuse me. Revelation protects from sadness and gives revelation in dreams. Okay. So there's a protection from the energy of you being sad or depressed. And even when you're astral traveling, if someone's trying to project or attack you, it will only return to them and they will receive the energy they projected. No one can touch you. You are safe. The preventing God is here and reaffirmed to you earlier that you are safe and you are protected. You don't have to be paranoid. You not have to listen to multiple videos, after you receive a positive message, being full of anxiety and saying, oh, let me click on that one, you know, um, and then it puts you into a negative space or thinking that's for someone in particular. That's not for everybody. We all are different people and we receive energy different. But when you receive positive energy or confirmation that things are working well for you, be mindful of consuming any negative energy behind that. That's all I got to say. Be mindful. Energy works like that. It is never destroyed. It simply travels from one person, place, and thing into another. But this card here is indicating again, that you are protected. That you are protected. And even if someone tries to attack you in your dream state, it will not work. If someone is trying to telepathically communicate or disturb or distort your view of who you are, it will not work. Okay. And the next and the final card that we have is the generous God, the magician. Okay, Natha. Okay, spiritual wisdom and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. So you are tapping into your gifts. Your manifestation abilities and qualities are being enhanced, and they are confirming that. So this is confirmation of all the prosperity I just spoke about. They're letting you know that you are protected. They let you know that 3 times. They're letting you know you're receiving balance, in all areas as this reading was conveying. And so they want you to be mindful once again that the new people that you're meeting, the new circumstances and relationships, don't be oblivious. If something rubs you the wrong way or is giving you resistance, you have a right to not continue with that person, place, or thing. But understand this is a new timeline. This is new energy. This energy has nothing to do with your past. So allow yourself, if you need time, to maybe you want to date, but you need to take a break because you're not over your ex. Give yourself that time. If you need to speak to a licensed medical professional, or receive some counseling, we'll search for that, or a life coach, or whatever you need to do to motivate or encourage yourself. But the healing journey is continuously. So allow yourself to heal. Be patient with yourself, but understand that this is a whole new ball game here. This is new energy, a new timeline, a new day, a new dawn, and you're going to be feeling good later.